It's a joy to be with you on this Monday. We're rejoicing here at our church. We've had a wonderful week. The Victory Conference really exceeded our expectations, not only with the number of folks and the just number of churches represented, but the way God met with us. And I would encourage you to get on our podcast. If you're not from Falls here and you're looking in on this video, I would encourage you to take some time and take the messages in order, and I think it would be a great blessing to you. The Lord was just good, and I think it was a real encouragement in these days to be able to meet together and to have the Word of God given to show what God can do. Well, there are storms around us. We've been talking about that this entire year. It's hard to believe we're coming up on 1 year of doing these videos, and these storms will probably continue. But it's very encouraging to know that the Lord's not changing through it all. He's immutable. His word is sure, and his purposes are being accomplished. And it's such a help to really believe that from the depths of our heart. We all know the story of where the disciples went on the Sea of Galilee. The Lord had stayed, and then he comes walking to them on the water when the storm was going on. And they were extremely terrified when they saw him, and they were scared anyway because a major storm on the Sea of Galilee was an event. It was almost an ocean-type event just because of the topography and the weather systems that would come onto that lake suddenly. It's very interesting there. And as they saw him and they were troubled, he makes this simple comment: "Be of good cheer, it is I. Be not afraid." You know, I think if we could just keep that in mind, the next storm comes, the next disappointment comes, so maybe practical situations hit us, and we get a bit unnerved, and we do get unnerved. We have human fear, let's just face it. Our initial reactions are going to be that, to even protect us. But as we realize this is a storm, this is an attack, Satan may be doing something, or just the world is definitely opposed to Bible Christianity, or whatever it may be, remember, in that storm, you can be guaranteed that if you look to the Lord, you'll hear the same thing. Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. Folks, when we are aware of the presence of Christ, the fear dissipates. Our purpose begins to come back. The disciples all of a sudden realized they were with the Master. And then he just simply said, "Peace, be still," and the storm was gone. Two things to think of here. At any time, he can, of course, solve the storm that we're facing. But for us, even in the midst of the storm, he can say, "Peace, be still." In other words, the storm in us can be over. And no matter what the storm is outside of us, if we're at peace and we have his peace, that peace that passeth all understanding, we're fine if circumstances cannot get to us. So may God help us to realize that he is ready, if we'll seek his face, to meet the deepest needs of our heart.